Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Floor Leader, and Ms. Floor Leader, thank you for letting me attach this amendment to a bill that you're running. But this is a term limit bill to extend 12-year term limits to all statewide offices, except for the governor's race. The governor would still be maintained at 8 years. And with that, I'll yield for questions.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Brogdon, did you have a similar bill in committee that was killed on final action?
Senator Corn, actually, I had a quite different bill in committee. My bill in committee dealt with 8-year term limits for all offices. And as a part of that, it also said any term in a special election or appointed position would go to fulfill that 8 years term. This amendment deals with 12 years, and it also deals with any partial term, whether it be appointed or elected, is not included in the 12 years. So it is a very different bill.
For a follow-up question, Senator Corn, the gentleman yields.
Senator, do you, obviously you feel that you met the letter of the rules, do you feel like that your amendment meets the faith, the spirit of the agreement in which we reached in this chamber?
Senator Corn, I have no doubt it meets the spirit. I actually served on the transition team, and we spent a lot of time on that particular language. And the spirit of the language in the rules deals specifically with not allowing the same language, the same effect, the same bill to be brought to this floor once final action has been taken. The line of questioning that I'm receiving from you, it would be like, well, we've dealt with an insurance bill, or we've dealt with health care, or we've dealt with transportation, so we can't deal with that specific item again. So I disagree with the premise of your question, in fact, that this amendment violates the spirit, and it certainly does not violate the content.
Senator Garrison for a question.
Senator, wouldn't you agree, thank you, Mr. Chairman, wouldn't you agree that the word subject indicates an area as stated in the rules?
You know, Senator Garrison, I thought we were actually going to be discussing the merits of my amendment, but let me just read the rule again. Having the same effect, which my amendment does not, and covering the same specific subject, which my amendment does not. So the answer would be no.
Senator Coffey to reload and relaunch an additional question for Senator Brogdon.
Well,
could you clarify, please?
If it's 6-year term, is it not true that under your first bill they could only serve a term and a half, and that under this proposal today they could serve 2 full terms?
Yes.
For a follow-up, Senator Coffey, the gentleman yields.
Senator Brogdon, would you say that that is a substantially different result between the 2 proposals that you've laid out?
I would. Thank you for that. Yes.
Senator Coffey, the gentleman yields.
Senator Brogdon, we voted down on the floor a proposal by Senator Gum dealing with an autism mandate. Isn't that true?
We did.
For a follow-up, Senator Coffey, the gentleman yields.
The next day, in another bill, we actually passed that mandate, even though it had been voted down, and it was the exact same language. Isn't that true?
That is correct.
For a follow-up, Senator Coffey.
We also had a bill on this floor that involved insurance mandates. Hadn't that measure or parts of that measure been killed in committee as well?
Yes.
Senator Coffey.
Senator, do you recall any member of our caucus raising an objection on that issue and discouraging the vote because that violated the spirit or the rule that's in our Senate rules?
I don't remember that, but I do remember that several of our members voted no on those mandates.
Senator Brogdon, do you wish to close debate?
Thank you, Mr. President. No other bill or resolution having the same effect and covering the same specific subject. This amendment doesn't either. Now, I've got to tell you, I believe with all of my heart, if those of you that believe this violates the rules or even the spirit of the rules, there would have been a challenge that Senator Corn talked about. It happens every day on this floor. If we believe the rules are broken, we're going to challenge it, and that is your duty. And that's our duty, to make sure things run as smoothly as possible. And Senator Corn mentioned that the people in LaFleur County probably would be shocked knowing what was going on here. I think if the people in LaFleur County or anything like the people in the rest of the state of Oklahoma, certainly in Tulsa and Rogers County, they appreciate term limits. The state of Oklahoma overwhelmingly supported term limits for this body for a variety of reasons. And I appreciate the concerns. I appreciate the debate. We had very little debate on the issue. Senator Corn was actually, I think, the only one that debated on the merits of the amendment, and I do appreciate his thought process on that. But the people of Oklahoma believe that, or at least in the past, and we'll see if they believe it in the future, if this makes it to the ballot, they will have an opportunity to put term limits on statewide elected officials. And with that, Mr. President, I would thank the members and appreciate your vote.
Senator Laughlin requests a roll call. If you favor the amendment, you will vote aye. If you are opposed to the amendment, you will vote nay. Clerk will open the roll. Those wishing to vote or change their vote, the chair is preparing to close. Senator Adelson, Senator Easley, Senator Eason McIntyre, Senator Adelson. Close the roll. Senate Bill 1987 amendment by Brogdon having received 26 in favor, 22 opposed. I declare the amendment to be adopted. We are now back on the bill as amended. Will there be questions of Senator Laughlin on the bill as amended? Seeing none, Senator Laughlin moves the bill be advanced. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to. Now on third reading, final passage. Will there be debate? Seeing none, the vote will now occur. If you favor the measure, vote aye. If you oppose, vote nay. Clerk will open the roll. Those wishing to vote, change their vote. Senator Garrison, okay, we're almost done. Sparks. Close the roll. Senate Bill 1987, having received 31 aye votes, 17 nay votes, I declare the same to have passed. Now, Senator Laughlin asks unanimous consent that the vote on the bill be considered the vote on the emergency, giving members the opportunity to change their vote. Will there be changes? Will there be changes? Crutchfield from no to an aye. From an aye to a no. Crutchfield from aye to a no. I declare Senate Bill 1987 to have not passed as an emergency measure. Senator Laughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to serve notice that on some future legislative moment, I might move to reconsider the vote whereby 1987 passed.